Hello, everybody. Welcome to this online satsang today. And the most important thing, most important activity you can say, which can help uh, every seeker to get in touch with truth, to complete their process fast, to remove their confusions and things like this, is uh, choosing consciously to stay in this moment. More and more time, as you remember, choose to stay in this moment, because this moment is moment of truth. It's a, it's not a movement in time. It is a movement in truth. So it is no movement actually. It is not a movement. Movement. It just appears. This now appears to be part of time. It is not. And as you choose again and again to stay in this moment, and without choosing what is present and what is not present, without objecting or without accepting or rejecting anything, you are here and learn how to stay here, how to continue staying here. It will solve all the problems, because there are no problems present in truth. No problem present in truth. Let me repeat it. All the problems which we experience are caused by a apparent disconnection you have from the truth. Apparent disconnection, not real. When you get engaged with movements of thoughts, movement of mind. And what is mind? Do you have any experience of anything real in the mind? Although we are all are living, uh, we are taking mind as real. In fact, whatever mind reports is taken as real. But as far as I know, mind means memory, howsoever real it may look. But it is memory of something which has happened and is finished. Power of imagination, which is also based on memory, and some space for some conscious thinking, and thoughts which are moving, rotating in the head. Does your mind ever touch anything which is here, which is present, which is really here, available? You will notice. You cannot know what I'm saying until you come back here in this moment. You choose to stay here in this moment, and then only once you get in touch with the truth, which is present in this moment always, then you will be able to discriminate, compare that yes, what I experience through mind is not real. But if you don't have any contact, if you don't have any introduction to truth which is present in this moment, it will be very difficult to understand, to expose mind as not true. So rather than trying to do something in the mind, trying to solve problems in the mind in any way, whether worldly problems or spiritual problems. A spiritual problem being, who am I? What is truth? What I see in the mind is true or false? Anything. You cannot really get a concrete answer there, because there is You don't need to get an answer. You need to get taste of it, taste of the truth, which is present in this moment. So I want to start this session on this note that let us be together here in this moment in the truth. Then all is very easy. All is very simple. Then you don't have to struggle to understand things. You have capacity to understand the truth. You have capacity to taste the truth. Inbuilt capacity naturally. You have to be reminded, which can be done if you choose to come back here in this moment for some time. Let's enjoy this Sunday Satsang together, choosing consciously that this is the most important thing we are doing together. There is nothing more important for which a thought can invite you from here, can take you out of this moment. Consciously choose, know consciously that yes, this is the most important thing I am doing right now. And now I invite all of you for any questions you may have, any anything you want to share with me. You feel like some confirmation is needed for something you are experiencing, some slight doubts or confusion that you might have in the inner state that you are in the inner journey that you are on. Uh, I also have um, some questions which friends have sent. I will start with them now. One friend has asked, Namaste, in my quest for truth, in this exploration of myself, I have recently realized that I have become very vulnerable. I feel I can be a prey to anyone and hence feel scared. Please help. And this feeling uh, of being vulnerable is uh, uh, is common. It is something known. It is felt by most of the seekers. And the reason is that the ground which you think you were living on, the ground of the person which knew everything. Everything was um, known to this person in a way, although nothing was known. But in the feeling that everything is known, everything is stable. That was the ground which where the seeker where you were living, my friend. And once you started exploring yourself, these uh, false perceptions you were living from have started being exposed as not true, and they are losing their power on you, and they in a way shake the overall setup that you think you are, you and your life. They start from the core, and when it starts like this, then it feels that I'm becoming vulnerable, I'm becoming weak. It feels, and everybody has to go through this small window of openness without power. This vulnerability is you have chosen to be open for truth. You have chosen to wake up to the truth of life, truth of yourself. and you have not yet tasted the full power of truth. And you are because of your decision, you are losing the power that you thought you had from the mind, from the ego person, from the ego mind, from the person. It is a little bit like this. You have been living in a closed room for a long, long time. Then suddenly, out of some invitation that you accepted for the openness, for the freshness of life, you started opening your windows slowly, slowly. You started one window and you enjoyed it very much. The fresh air, the sunlight. And then it gave you more encouragement and you started opening other windows also. And then some birds started coming in, which was okay. Then you opened the door also. And then even a stray dog and other animals also started coming in. And now you feel disturbed because the setup of this house is set up, supported, and hmm, hmm, hmm. You have lived in this setup where where closeness, security was your were your walls around this house. Now you are opening up. You are ready to let go of the walls of the security of this apparent person. So you will learn slowly how to survive in the world of openness without being disturbed. It is a bit of a training which takes place. But at any cost, this is my humble request to you. At any cost, don't close again. Remain open. To feel like vulnerable is just a stage in the in between. And many people uh, go back from here to their own old way of looking at things, old way of old lifestyle, and they continue suffering. This fear of vulnerability is something which many people uh, feel, and they get scared and then they go back. You don't go back. There's a bit of a training which takes place here naturally. It's like you are a baby and again learning how to live. You have inbuilt power, you have inbuilt capacity to learn intelligence of the being and the life source who created you is totally in favor of your innocence, this openness which you have chosen to fall in line with. There is all support. You may have only apparent disturbances or apparent losses. There cannot be any real losses for you. So there is no real fear anywhere in this state of vulnerability. Only the fear is fear of losing your story or losing your prestige, you losing your fame and things like this, which anyway was not real. You don't lose anything, not even material things, until you choose to lose them in this state of vulnerability. You will lose only imaginary things, imaginary respect you had among your friends and family and society. You may lose that because everything, every psychological thing is a setup. Every psychological experience is a setup, not within yourself, but it is connected with others also. So when you have a sense of respect, they are also holding one part of it. And once you start uh, detach, you start getting detached from this image of yourself, my myself, my uh, this ego mind, this thread, these connections start losing. So many such things take place, but trust that all is well. There is no problem anywhere. You have chosen to explore that truth. Anybody who explores that truth becomes that truth. Anybody who knows that truth becomes that truth. Anybody who knows God becomes God. So you have chosen something um, most auspicious, most beautiful, and the whole life source is with you. But remember, it is with you, your decision to know the truth, not with the person you think you are or the person you think you were. That person, along with the story, will go through some apparent transformation and changes. Allow this. There is no real fear anywhere. Anywhere, any moment, whenever you need to do anything, life will guide you what to do, how to save yourself from any apparent fears. Life will be present there. But life will not guide you how to defeat your friend in argument. Life will not guide you how to become more superior in front of others. These things are not real, not original to your nature. Life will not guide you in these things. Life will encourage you to fall back into your true nature by giving you some disturbances in this state of vulnerability, just to wake you up. All the disturbances are to wake you up, to show you the boundaries, that you are living in boundaries. Come out. When you hit a wall, you get hurt, you feel bad. But actually, it is life's grace which want to tell you that you are living in walls. Come out in the open space of life. This is what I feel. Also, dear Prajot has sent a message, a question. Dear Raji, Namaste. Yesterday you told about the breathing technique. Can you elaborate it a bit more? Thank you very much. Love. Namaste, dear Prajot. Raji. The breathing technique yesterday that we were talking, there are different techniques, breathing techniques, which are used by seekers of truth, by meditators to help realize their true nature. In Vipassana, we focus on incoming breath, outgoing breath, and which starts slowly. It will calm down your mind because your focus starts moving slowly from mind to the breathing, which is something natural and which is something neutral. So it will not encourage your thought movements. It will not support your thought movements. And once you start moving from mind, your attention to the breathing, mind has no interest in movement of thoughts. Remember this. Mind itself does not have any interest in this doing this tiring job of continuous movement of thought and thinking and things like this. The moment you leave the mind will calm down, will relax, because you are not leaving mind alone ever. It keep moving. It is like all the efforts of all seekers uh, for for who want to calm down their mind, who want to be free from the tension and disturbances of the mind. Still, they try to do something in the mind, and which is like there's a river, there's a small pool, a pond, which is full of ripples and movements, and uh, you want this water to be still, and you start trying to make this water still by your hands. All your effort, every effort that you do, every touch that you have with the touch of your hand with the water will create more ripples, will make it more disturbed. The stillness of the this water, this pond, will never be achieved. What is needed is you leave it alone. The nature of this pond is stillness. And like this, the nature of the mind is also stillness. The natural mind is still mind. A still mind with the capacity of thinking or whatever powers it has. It uses these powers and goes back to stillness. So the Vipassana technique which is used to bring your attention back to the breathing as much as you can. So you are holding your attention on the breathing, noticing it in as minute details as possible. So what it does is, first of all, your attention starts uh, mm, coming back to this breathing. I mean, you leave this place of mind movements. Your mind starts relaxing a little bit. And this is one part of it. And once your mind relaxes, once your attention is free to to be used anywhere else, self-knowledge is not difficult. It is just turning your attention inwardly. Right now, attention is outwardly, totally. All the attention is this on this direction. Also, in another way, it can be said that your face is on this direction outwardly. We need to turn your face, and it is not easy to turn your face so easily, so immediately. So then, intermediate stages have been defined. That first of all, you come to breathing. This will be the starting of your turning of your face. Because why you are not able to turn your face? Because of engagement with the mind. And somehow we have got stuck there, and we are not finding our way out, how to come out of mind. So this breathing technique of Vipassana will help. And once you have started coming here, you are comfortable in moving from mind to the breathing as and when required, as and when you decide to. Then the second part which I was talking about yesterday was that now you start enjoying this breathing. You are enjoying, you are present, your attention is totally here, and you are going in every detail of this breathing. This breathing you have become sensitivity. You are totally so sensitive in this moment of watching your breath. It's not watching your breath, it is being totally present with the breath. You are totally present with your breath. Now nothing else exists for you, only the breath. Only the breath goes in, comes out. And once you are like this, now I suggested that now in this moment, check what is your connection with the breath, how you are connected with the breath, which means why breath is so important for you. I mean, generally we all know, but knowing the truth is not knowing anything generally. Generally we know because it is vital, but why it is vital for you? It is vital for your body to continue. Then why it is important for you to continue with the body, or why it is so important for you? Then you will feel, because I am body. Now go deeper in this feeling, I am body. What do you mean by I am body? The body cannot say I am body. Something which lives in the body and is connected, or outside of the body, and is connected with the body in some way, will declare that I am the body, or I am in the body. So just go deep in this, that I am the body, or I am connected with the body. What is your connection with the body? And this connection will make you free from the body. But go slow. Don't be don't expect any miracles in 1 day or 1 week. This is not a 1 week course. So go slow. I mean, this is I'm saying to everybody. Prajot, you already know how to do this, but I'm saying this to everybody so that they don't expect any miracles immediately. It's a process which will take some time, but every day, every moment of doing this practice will be rewarding in some way. Maybe sometime not apparent, but it will help a lot. It will raise your overall consciousness. It will make you free from so many illusions, so many disturbances, which you might feel otherwise. And once you discover this connection that you have with your body, then you have actually discovered the core of this sense of being a person. The core of sense of being a person will continue because it is something existential. It is something which life has created. So the connection with your body will continue in some way, but the illusion which has been created on top of it, I am this body, I am this person, will no longer be there. And then you are free. You are not free when in this inner journey. You are not free when the imprisonment is broken. You have broken the imprisonment, the bondage. No, there is no real bondage anywhere. You are free when you recognize, clearly see what is bondage and what I am now in this state. And you will, every time you discover anything like this, you will see that bondage is there, but not for me. I am beyond the bondage. I am not the one who is bound. Maybe some part of myself is connected but not bound. Every day you eat food. Do you think it is a bondage? Hunger is a bondage, is the greatest bondage. Do you feel like this? You don't. Something so natural. It is there with everybody. And like this, when you discover your connection, this connection with the body, you will find it so natural. It is so, no objection. And but it will make so many things clear to you. First of all, your connection with the body, and also it will make you clear about who you are beyond the body. Who are you who is connected with the body, so the body, the connection like a bridge, and the other, on the other end of the bridge, who are you? This also becomes clear to you. I hope, Rajat, Rajiv, I made it is clear to you now. If you have any question, still you can ask. Hello, Lourdes. Lourdes is saying it is wonderful to feel this vulnerability. The heart opens and one feels completely alive. Yes. And Lourdes, it is so strange until you feel this aliveness. You actually don't know that you are not alive. Feel that I'm not happy, that I'm not okay as I am. Something is wrong. I'm suffering or something. But you don't really know that because you are not living life with this full aliveness, that is causing this feeling of suffering or imprisonment or anything like this. It's not that you you enjoy this aliveness. You are this aliveness, Lourdes. You are this aliveness of life, and you are life. And now, who can disturb life? Maybe something created by life can be disturbed, but the very life force, the very aliveness of life cannot be disturbed by anything. And you are this aliveness, which is the source of the of all creation that you see anywhere, and also which is the participant in every creation, every moment, everywhere. This aliveness which you are is the source from where everything is coming, and also is present in every moment, in everything, everywhere anything is moving. This life is a dance of the universal force of the Supreme Lord. The Lord is dancing with out of joy, you know. So I'm very happy to hear this, Lourdes, that that you are feeling your heart is opening up like this. And just remember one thing: when you are saying that your heart is opening like this, you know, when you are in love with a man or a woman, really, you somehow stop judging. You stop counting how much you give to him, how much he gives to you, and anything like this. You simply enjoy the connection, the beauty of love. You also enjoy it. Now stop judging how much you know now, how less you know now. Just forget everything now. You dissolve in this aliveness totally, never to come back in the mind. You live in the heart now totally. Okay. Prajot is saying it is very much cleared. Thank you very much. Thank you, dear Prajot. It was a very good question. And Prajot, if you have still any doubts about this breathing technique, we can always get in touch in one-to-one or in next session. Okay. Now our friend uh, Gnothi is asking, Namaste Raji. So breath can be the anchor to get me out from the mind. How to anchor myself in the present moment when I experience so-called by Muji tsunami of thoughts. Uh, you can come back, you can anchor into this present moment by not moving. There is tsunami of thoughts, but there is somebody who has chosen or who is interested in coming out of this tsunami. So still there is a point which is not part of this tsunami, which is not participating in this tsunami of thoughts. So there is a tsunami of thoughts, and there is somebody who is suffering from this tsunami of thoughts. The one who is asking this question or who will practice anything there. Just remember that one which you are and don't move. Muji says that when when thoughts are moving, imagine that uh, there are many beings, thousands of beings embracing you, holding you from outside, but from inside you don't hold. Let them hold on you, let them uh, crush you, but you don't hold. This is what I mean, that you don't move, you don't hold. Even if it feels very helpless, still don't move. You will come out of this tsunami very soon. You will find yourself here. For any region, your movement will support the tsunami and will also give you the experience of the tsunami. If you don't move very soon, you will be clear that this tsunami is moving, is happening in front of you, and you are not touched by it. Effectively, you will come back here. You cannot come out of mind or tsunami by doing anything. You can only come out of it by not doing anything, by choosing to not do anything in the moment. But my question is, can you hold this ground? That no, I will not do anything. I'm just here. And about coming into the present moment, also a few things can help you. When you are too much disturbed, uh, before this experience of disturbance takes place, maybe you can do some preparations, like you can write on a big on a board or on a paper, big paper, in bold big letters, few things which will work as a reminder for you when you are in the middle of a disturbance. So make it a practice that when you are in the middle of a disturbance, you choose to look at the reminders, in which can be anything like what we are talking. Maybe that can be turned into a reminder or something. And in this reminder, you must write, "Come back to this moment. Come back in the present moment. Come back in the present. Come back here." Something like this you write. And to help come back in this moment, start with the body. Feel the body. If you feel like eating something, eat something very carefully, meaning very with total involvement. Enjoy it totally as much as you can. Do some bodily activity and focused. Be focused in the on the bodily activity. Body is in the present moment, and appreciate whatever you have around you without getting involved in the mind, in the thoughts, meaning without thinking about the things that you have. For example, you have this phone, and just hold the phone. Don't open the phone. Just hold the phone and be with the phone. Okay, I'm here, phone is here. Just stay here for some time. My body is here, my feet is touching the ground. Feel it. Okay. Then something else. And anything and everything which is present in this moment will support you, help you come back in this present moment. And you will find yourself out of the tsunami already. And if not, then choose not to move. Just stay. I hope I have, I mean, this is what you wanted to know. If it is not clear, please let me know. Uh, we can talk about it more. Uh, I'm open. I'm available online on Facebook also, because I have noticed. I mean, I got some reports from few friends that there was some problem they were having asking questions, or they had some computer problem in their Google Plus profile. So I'm online on Facebook also parallelly. So and but I will not be checking the Facebook immediately so frequently, but I will check it like I did right now. So in case you are not able to send me question on this through the Google Plus account. You can send me question on in Facebook, but only in private message, not in some comment in a post. I will not check that. I will not get notification actually, so that's why I won't be able to check that during the online session. You are saying yes. Thank you, Raji. Everything is clear. Ah, so nice. As I said before, also, I feel so much joy when any one of you, one heart feels some clarity, is able to see things clearly. So nice, so happy. Mm. Still, anybody has any question, any clarity you need about something? Feel free. And remember, this online satsang is for you, not for me. It is my love, joy to share. That's why I'm sharing. You don't need to oblige me, but also remember it is for you only. So feel free to ask any question. Don't think that you will disturb me by asking any question or sharing anything. I welcome all of you. How I can feel disturbed when I love you all? I am sharing this because I love you. So I welcome all your questions. Thank you. Um, Mila, uh, welcome. Happy to know that you have joined. If you feel anything is not okay with you, like any slightest doubt or anything, in this openness of yourself, of your being, which you where you are now, you let me know. Lourdes, you are saying I love you too. Yes, yes. I feel this. I used to say this to many friends. I had some very beautiful friends. I used to say that I am very rich because I have beautiful friends. Now I see that even this love is higher and deeper than that friendship. This love does not know anything about giving or taking, not giving or not taking. It's just pure oneness within the apparent duality. You know, I mean, this is what I feel about love. Love is the taste of oneness because oneness cannot taste itself. And then uh, this apparent duality, Lourdes and Raji, not separate but apparently separate, and then they are saying I love you. You know, so this oneness of life tasting itself. It's so beautiful. Thank you, beloved. Thank you. Okay, so there is no question right now. Let us use this opportunity to sit together. Uh, the other friend also asked about how to come back in this moment. Maybe let us come back in this moment together. We can do a guided meditation, a quick guided meditation for 15 minutes approximately. I will be guiding you. So you just can close your eyes or remain your eyes open, but focus what I what I say. Listen carefully what I say, and be connected with me as much as you can. Whenever you choose to come back in this moment, like we have chosen to come back to the present moment right now, rather than trying to come back here, you check where are you right now, if not here. So the effort of trying to come back here is a disturbance in staying in this present moment. Don't try to come back here. Don't try to come back in the present moment. Don't try to go out of the present moment. You are here, whatever way it is, with everything that you can see, experience, feel inside yourself, along with the sound of surrounding. There are thoughts moving. There are feelings, emotions. In this moment, you are just here, and naturally, you are losing all the boundaries, all the separations between thoughts, feelings, emotions, sense of body and bodily uh, report of the senses, sense of being a seeker, sense of being a seeker who is losing, who is a loser, or who is a achiever, a great achiever. All is coming back to a natural oneness here. And the thought is not a thought if you don't define it. It is something. Even if you there is a tsunami of thoughts, it is not a tsunami. It is not a thought. It is something. The tsunami of thoughts can disturb only something which want to save itself from the tsunami of thoughts. If you are totally here, open, not defining yourself, not trying to save yourself, not trying to change anything, then how the tsunami can disturb you? You are just here, unconditionally here. You are not putting any condition that how I will be here. You are just here with all the imperfections, with all your problems. Just be here. Being here in this moment, this vertical dimension of life opening up for you. This moment is a is a is a meeting point of the horizontal dimension of mind, of the world, experiences, and the vertical dimension of reality of the self. This moment, this present moment, is a crossroad. If you are staying here, you naturally start sinking in the truth, in the reality, without doing anything, because any doing will take place on the horizontal dimension of life, where time and space exists. This moment, if you stay here, you will naturally start falling into the timeless reality of yourself. You are falling into the timeless reality of yourself now, naturally, without any effort. You can only stay in the mind as long as you do anything. If you have chosen to stay in this moment, you have chosen to not do anything, and naturally you are out of your mind, out of the horizontal dimension of life. Don't try to define anything here. The definitions, all the definitions, come from the mind, from the horizontal dimension of life. Whereas you are entering into the dimension, vertical dimension of truth. You are in the vertical dimension of truth. Horizontal definition of the horizontal plane will not help here. They don't match. The time, space, thoughts, everything is like dust particles floating in the sunlight. You are the sunlight. Don't try to define sunlight by the language of dust particles. You cannot be defined by anything. You are much bigger, much deeper, and totally different, totally in the different dimension. While you are enjoying this reality of yourself, there is a natural awareness of whatever is happening. You are not trying to be aware. It is effortlessly present. Now, you may notice or you may not. Don't try to do anything. You may notice a natural awareness present here, but it is a awareness, not your awareness, not my awareness. It is an impersonal awareness. Nobody is trying to be aware. It is just as if, not as if, in reality, actually, it's just the source itself is aware of everything. It is the source. This awareness is source being aware of everything. One source. If you don't define anything here, just stay. There is a natural recognition, introduction that will take place. But don't demand, don't define. Your thoughts may be moving, and there is no problem. Any other movement, any other experience, no problem. It is all fine. Nothing can take you outside of this dimension of truth, of this moment. Nothing can take you out of it. Don't try to remove any thoughts or anything. Don't try to change any experience. All is perfectly fine and is not in conflict with the joy and the peace that you have, because the dust particles and sunlight never meets actually. They live in two different dimensions. It just feels that they are meeting, mixing, merging with each other. They never meet actually. Where you are right now is yourself, the sunlight, and it does not have any fear of any dust particles. Just be free from this illusion that you have cultivated because of the will of the universe, that you can be affected by anything. You are the sunlight. Anything that you experience is not more than dust particles. Remember this. Now, slowly, slowly come out, and as you are coming out, notice, just notice what is happening. How this coming out is taking place. Just notice. Don't do anything, just notice what's happening. Whatever you have experienced in this meditation together is forever there. Not, it is not that it is there with you. It is you, your own kingdom. It is just that you have never paid enough attention to it. The way it has, I guided you in this moment. You need to be guided only. You don't have to change anything. You don't have to do anything about anything. Only your attention need to be guided back to yourself. And together it is very easy. We can do it like this. But once you start tasting this dimension, then your attention naturally like to go here actually. Even your mind starts supporting that I want to be totally merged in this beauty of my own self. I don't want to come out. I don't want to open my eyes for the mind and thoughts. It's so amazingly beautiful. And the greatest news is that it is you, yourself. It's not something you are achieving. It is something which you have started living now, exploring. You were always that. You did not know. I'm trying to introduce you to yourself. Okay. Now, anybody want to ask anything? You can ask, or any feedback you have about this meditation we did. Any confusion, any query, any doubt you have, you can please ask. Thank you, Manu. Uh, it is beautiful being together like this. Manu, as you know, I have been a technical person, no? And it is so surprising and amazingly beautiful for me to see that the technology that we are using to connect with each other is just a excuse to start with in this moment, for example, or during this session. We all are together beyond boundaries, beyond limitations of time and space. There are certain friends whose clock will not show the same time because they are connecting from the other part of the world, and they are far away from this location from where I am speaking. You are also far away from me here, but we are not limited to time and space. We are so easily connected. Thank thank you, friend. It is difficult for me to pronounce your name, Seotan. I will call you Seotan in this case. I am always happy to guide you back. I am happy to walk with you back home. Always, it is always joy. Thank you. Okay. So, anybody has any questions? We are approaching end of our session today. So, if you have any questions left, uh, please you can ask now. Okay, then we close this session for today. We will meet again on next Saturday and Sundays. It was beautiful being with all of you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.